Hey guys, it's me, Mrs. Marsh from Terrell Elementary, and today we're going to start talking about animal life cycles. We will be discussing different animal life cycles throughout this week. To get started, I would like for us to preview the vocabulary. So if you'll get your science workbook, you can turn to page 359, and that's where we'll begin. Throughout our lesson, you are going to find highlighted words, and you're going to need to record those words here on this page 359 under the heading Active Reading. As you study these vocabulary words and learn about the terms, you can add drawings or words in the extra space to help you remember and understand the meaning of each word. If you'll turn to page 360, we'll find our first word. The word is highlighted in yellow, and it's the word reproduce. Reproduce means to make new living things like one's self. If you look, you see an adult cat and you see a kitten. An adult cat reproduces, and that makes a kitten. The word reproduce begins with the prefix re, and that means again. The last part of the word, produce, means to make. So the word reproduce means to make again. On page 361, we have the term life cycle. A cycle is a pattern that repeats over and over. During an animal's life cycle, an animal hatches or is born, grows into an adult, and has its own young. The pattern then begins again. So the word life cycle is changes that happen to an animal or a plant during its life. Think about what might happen if animal life cycles did not repeat over and over. On page 362, we have our next word, tadpole. A tadpole is a young frog that comes out of an egg. It has gills to take oxygen from the water. The word tadpole, the beginning, the part tad, it comes from the word that means toad, and the part pole comes from the word that means head. Why do you think that's a good name for a young frog or a toad? On page 366 and 367, we have our last two words. The first word is larva. That's another name for a caterpillar. The term comes from a word meaning ghost or mask, perhaps because the larva is just a hint or ghost of the adult to come. The last word we have is pupa. That's the part of a life cycle when a caterpillar changes into a butterfly. The word pupa comes from a word meaning doll or puppet. A pupa is less developed than the adult, just as a doll is small and unformed compared to a real person. Now that we've gone over all of our vocabulary words, please go back to the first page and add those vocabulary words in the blanks provided. Stay tuned this week for some lessons on different life cycles of some different animals. We're going to be discussing a frog, a chicken, and a butterfly. See you soon!